Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all here. We are members of the 2022-2023 Basque Connections team called A City and Its River. My name is Rithik Castelino. I'm a senior majoring in environmental chemistry and Hindi.
And I'm Caroline Deer, and I'm a senior majoring in environmental science. So, Ellerbe Creek is located in Durham, and the creek itself actually passes through downtown Durham, making it what we call an urban stream. It is one of the main 5 tributaries that leads into Falls Lake, which is the major drinking source for Raleigh. And as you can see on this map, Ellerbe Creek is actually relatively poor water quality as compared with the other tributaries leading into Falls Lake. And our impact on the watershed can be as simple as drinking a Diet Coke. Diet Coke's replacement for sugar is a compound called sucralose, which is actually not metabolized by our body, but instead excreted. And so when we excrete it, it can get into our sewage systems, and then from there, it can enter our groundwater. So if we test our creek water and we find sucralose in the creek, we know that somewhere along the line, wastewater has entered our creek.
But we test for a lot more than just sucralose. In fact, for the last 2 years, we've gone out into Ellerbe Creek River. You may have seen at our table some of us wearing these strange outfits. Well, those are called waders. We go directly into the water, take a sample, and we've been doing this in the last 2 years every season. And so we can find indicator compounds such as AMPA or glyphosate, which are indicative of agricultural impacts, pesticides. And we of course measure for other things, such as total dissolved nitrogen or how much oxygen or E. coli might be in the water.
We also have a sub-team that's been looking at the ecology of Ellerbe Creek. And to do so, we've collected samples of macroinvertebrates from New Hope Creek, which is located right in the middle of Duke Forest, and it is known to be very healthy water. And then we've compared that with macroinvertebrates that we've collected from Ellerbe Creek. And from there, we can learn a lot about the quality of the water just by seeing which species are able to survive in New Hope Creek versus ones that are only able to survive in Ellerbe Creek. In addition, we have a sub-team that's been looking at toxicology by actually taking water samples from Ellerbe Creek and breeding zebrafish in them. Since zebrafish are a model organism, this can actually tell us a lot about human health and the impacts of the water.
And our final sub-team is focused on socioeconomics and infrastructure. Because it's great to go ahead and take a water sample, but that water sample comes from somewhere. So we go ahead and synthesize our knowledge about the chemistry, about the toxicology, and about what macroinvertebrates are growing in that water, and we overlay it with information from the city of Durham to better understand how its infrastructure or socioeconomics might be impacting the quality of the water we see. And importantly, we're also making steps towards understanding how historical inequities and policies such as redlining and environmental racism might contribute to water quality also.
We've also been really lucky to work with some partners in our local community, one being the Ellerbe Creek Watershed Association. We've been able to meet with them and talk about how our work connects with their work. And at the end of the semester, we're planning on presenting them with a white paper to show our findings.
Yeah, and we're also partnering with Museum of Life and Science to hopefully put together an interactive display so that museum goers can go ahead, learn more about the Ellerbe Creek, and also learn what it might be to be a citizen scientist. The main takeaway that we want to leave with you, though, is this: that environmental chemistry is wonderful. It can tell you a lot about water quality. But to fully understand environmental health, you really need an interdisciplinary team. You need to take environmental chemistry and synthesize that with understanding of ecology, toxicology, and also socioeconomics. And together, that can paint the greatest picture of how we as humans impact our watershed.
And finally, we just wanted to say a quick thank you to our team lead, Johnny, as well as our faculty mentors. And please feel free to stop by our table over here if y'all would like to learn more.
Thank you.